This conference will now
So
be
let me
recorded.
start this recording and we will start. Everyone have dropped their name and WhatsApp numbers. Everyone. No one left. Okay, good. So my screen is visible, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's visible, but too many windows. Yeah, it's fine now.
Yes. So first let's start with the course. What exactly we are going to cover in our ETL testing. So uh, before that, I just quick survey. Okay. I just want to take a quick survey. How many of you are already aware of ETL, like basic, whatever it is? So, to basic, how many of you are available? So, okay, Pratik, no need to put this much of thumbs, okay? So, that's fine. So, how many of you are already available, already aware of ETL and SQL? How will you rate yourself on the scale of 5 for ETL and SQL? Okay. So, the motto behind asking this question, because okay, it will help me to uh, go much, how, like, I'll decide how deep I need to go, right? So this is our course content. Okay, so let's start with our course content. So first title will be database and ETL testing. What we will see in this? So introduction to ETL tools, how ETL tester works. So basically, how ETL tester, as a ETL tester, what are our responsibilities? What are our roles? Okay, in day-to-day job. What are the prerequisites to start with ETL testing? So main prerequisite is you need to love, you need to have a you need to be passionate about data. Okay, you need to, so as a ETL tester, you need to play more around data, more around SQL. Okay, so this is the main prerequisite which I see. Then what can be data sources? So there are multiple data sources. Okay, when we see ETL, overview of ETL, you will get to know what are the different data sources. Then different ETL tools available in the market. So there are different ETL tools. Then data warehouse solution, and what is ETL process? What exactly ETL is? So ETL is extract, transform, load, right? So we'll see this in depth. What is ETL process? Then concept of BI and BA. So BI is business intelligence and BA is business analytics. Okay, so concepts of business intelligence and business analytics. Then similarities and differences between database and data warehouse. So data warehouse is nothing but database only, but it has some tweaks. Okay, it's not a normal database. It is a, you can say it is a smart database. So what are the similarities and differences between database and data warehouse? Then these concepts, how data warehouse can be used. So I'm not going to cover, see, I'm not going to dictate each and everything. I'm going to share this document with you. You guys can go through it, because no point of dictating each and every point, right? So I'll cover these titles, and whenever required, I'll cover this dictation. Okay, so that it will help us to start with our ETL introduction as faster as we can. Okay, so database versus data warehouse, difference, different reporting tools available. Then BI reporting tools, then SQL. So we will see SQL. So we'll go deep in SQL. Okay, So DCL commands, TCL, DML, DDL commands. Okay. So these are few. So as you know, right, DDL, DML, and DCL and TCL. So these are three. Like these are different types of SQL commands. Okay. So we have categorized all the commands in these 4 to 5 categories. Okay. So data definition language, data manipulation language, data what is this, data command language, then okay. So these commands we will see. Okay. Then we'll move to another SQL part, that is, so this all comes under basics of SQL, so installation and commands. Okay. Then we'll move to another part, SQL part 1. So in part 1, what we are going to cover, we will cover conditional cases, constraints. So there are constraints, right? Foreign keys, primary keys, unique value, null value, etc. So these are constraints of SQL. So we'll cover all these constraints. Then we'll see filters like this. These where clause, like, not like clause, operators, distinct counts, arithmetic operations. So these all these SQL concepts. So ordering in ascending, descending, then aggregate functions, max, mean, average, sum, then concatenation statements, then filtering data using clauses like where, like. So these are the filtering clauses, right? So we'll filter out our data with these clauses. So with distinct, with top, how we will, how top will work, so how distinct will work. Okay. So these functions, so these are the part from SQL. Then in another, the second part of SQL, we will cover auto increment, how to add blank spaces in into column values. Okay. Replicate, reverse, and substring, lower, upper. So these are uppercase and lowercase statements are there, right? So in some cases, in real time when you start working, no, you will need some uppercase and lowercase scenarios. Okay. Because they, like, as a ETL tester, we are transforming our data from one form to another form. So let's suppose you are having a name in lowercase, and business rule is expecting from you as this name should be in uppercase in your data warehouse. While that data is moving to data warehouse, that name should transform to uppercase. Then you will use such concepts in SQL, right? So length, trim, left trim, right trim, right? So these type of concepts, SQL concepts. Then yes, also row number and ranking, dense rank, uh, rank, dense rank, row number, then set operators, then unions, then all types of joins we will cover. Okay. Then okay, yes. So all these SQL operations we are going to complete it in Oracle database. Okay, in Oracle database. So in order to do that, we will install Oracle database. We will install uh, Informatica as well. But and also we will see how we will configure. So in Informatica, there is a server client configuration actually. Okay. So one is server, one is client. So there are server client configurations. So we will install Informatica also with server client configuration. I'll I'll download this. There is a free on the internet. I'll ask you guys to download that. I'll guide you through it. I'll help you to configure that. So we will have one dedicated session for downloading these tools and one dedication session for, because downloading itself is like lengthy steps. Okay. And sorry, uh, there was some distraction. Okay. Am I audible, right?
Yes, you
Okay.
are audible.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. And those who have joined now, those who were not aware, please drop your name and WhatsApp number. Okay, please drop your name and WhatsApp number. Is my voice breaking? Is my voice breaking, guys?
No, no.
No, right? Okay. Shankara, can you check your connection? Okay, if it is breaking, if screen is lagging, just unmute yourself and stop me then and there. Okay. So this is Informatica. This is all about Informatica. This is all about Oracle. So these points are related to that. So installation and configuration. Then what are the roles of, like, what is the role of Oracle in Informatica actually? How we will connect. So in order to start with Informatica, we need to connect Informatica to a database. So that database will be Oracle in our case. Okay, so we will form a link between Oracle and Informatica. So that is also a part of our configuration. Okay, then different data sources in Informatica. So data sources means, when I say data source, so when I start with the introduction of ETL, now you will get to know what are the data sources I'm talking about. But for now, just understand data sources can be, so these files, txt, csv, xml, these kind of files will be called as a flat file in our ETL language. These type of files we call it as flat files. Okay, and there is another data source that can be a database schema. So database schema means our data can also come from Oracle database or Microsoft SQL Server or Oracle database or Informix database, whatever other data, like there are plenty types of databases, right? So from any type of database, our data is coming, that we will call it as data source. So target also can be same. Okay, there is a, in data warehouse also can be different databases or flat files. Okay, so we will see that in Informatica how it works. Mapping data from database to flat file, mapping database to database of same user and different users. So these are some combinations. Okay, then there are transformations. Okay, transformations in Informatica. So there are predefined transformations in Informatica actually. So if you apply aggregator transformation, no, then that transformation involves aggregate functions. Okay, so that's why it is called aggregate transformation. Filter transformation involves filtration of the transformation. So let's suppose you have list of 10 employees in your source site, and they have all these 10 employees are having some set of salaries, and in our target database, what we want a certain employees who are having certain number of salaries. We want only those employees in the target database. So what we will apply where condition, right? Where condition. So this will give, so out of 10 employees, if we apply where condition, just a second guys, I'm having some distraction, 2 minutes. Okay, so if we have 10 employees and we want certain employees who are having certain number of salaries, let's say employees who are having salary more than 10,000, we will apply where clause, right? And this 7 to 8 employees only are having salaries more than 10,000. So only out of 10, 7 to 10, 7 employees only will appear in the data warehouse in our target database. So this will be called as a filter transformation, because we have filtered out the data, right? So same way, expression transformation, joiner transformation, router, lookup, then normalizer, then source qualifier. So all these types of transformations. Okay, and there is a concept that called active transformation and passive transformation. Okay, so there is a concept called active transformation and passive transformation. Okay, so what is active and what is passive? So we will see that. Okay, if I start talking about that now, it will create more confusion in your mind. Okay, so because you don't have any uh you know uh, like previous concepts, you don't have, like, you are not aware of other concepts, right? So it will create more confusion. Otherwise I would have just, this is a simple concept, active and passive transformation. So we'll see that while uh, going through transformations. Okay, so other than that, data warehouse fundamentals. So what is data warehouse? Need of data warehouse, characteristics of data warehouse. So these three are the major important topics about data warehouse. So okay, apart from that, we will see OLTP and OLAP. What is OLTP and what is OLAP? OLTP is a online transactional processing. OLAP is a online analytical processing. What is transactional processing and what is analytical processing? We will see. Then difference between these two. Then data marts. Data marts also is nothing but uh, it's a piece of data warehouse. So how it looks like? What are the data marts and why it is needed? Even if we are having data warehouse, why data marts are needed, right? Then ODS, operational data source. ODS is same as data warehouse, but then why it is required separately? If it is the same as data warehouse, why it is required? We will see that. Then difference between relational and dimensional modeling schemas, star schema and snowflake schema. Those who are uh, little bit aware about ETL testing, ETL, those guys can maybe aware of star schema and snowflake schema as well, right? Then fact tables, fact table types, dimension table and dimension table types. Okay, till here, anyone has any doubt? Anyone? No,
So I
can
have one
continue, right?
question. So yeah,
Hmm?
am I audible?
Ah, yes, you can ask.
Okay.
Yes,
So
you are
I have
audible.
a one question that while validating data from source to target, so what source
Hmm.
we are going to cover? We are going to cover only database as a source or flat files validation also.
We will cover both flat files and database as well. So we will start
Okay,
with
and we
database
are.
first, and then we will
Mhm.
cover flat files. So how we will convert flat files to a data, like how we will fetch that data from flat files, how we will map that data. We'll cover that in the next part. But we will start
And
with
we are using
database first.
Informatica tool, correct?
Correct. Yes.
Okay, and
Hmm.
and
So
if
I will
I'm
teach
not
you step by
wrong.
step how will you do mapping, how will you uh, take your data as a source, how will you apply transformation, and what kind of, like, it depends what kind of transformation you want to apply. So if you are you want to transformation, so there is a predefined button in Informatica. You just need to drag and drop it in your tool, and then it will act as a expression transformation. And you need to create your target database also in Informatica itself. You just need to form a linking between them. Okay, you just need to form a linking. So I'll teach you step by step how will you form that linking, and how will you see that, like, it is like data flow is a you can visualize that. Okay, while data gets flown, you can see logs, how many records you have passed as a source, how many records you are getting at target, how many data have been lost in between, why it is lost. So every logs you will see. I'll teach you how to check logs as well. Okay,
And if I'm not wrong, there will be need of Linux commands also, right?
yes, there can be Linux, so there can be, but it is not a mandatory part. So it depends. it depends company to company. Some companies use Linux as to access. So basically, how companies work, some companies will push their data on some remote location. Okay, and as a tester or as a developer, you need to fetch that data from remote location. So in order to access that remote location, you need to have a Linux in your machine. Okay, so if it is the case, we need to use we need to bring that Linux in between. But apart from Linux, the major part you need to focus on is how to transform that data, how to push your data as a source data, and how to like how to take that data till data warehouse. Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Anyone else have any doubt? Okay, let's proceed. So next part we will going to cover is SCD types. So what is SCD? Slowly changing dimension. Okay. So slowly changing dimension.
Sir, sorry,
So what are
I
slow?
joined late, so I have one
Mhm,
question.
mhm.
Sir, apart from Informatica, any other tool is also going to be covered with this
I'm planning to
ETL
cover
test?
ab initio. So see, as a part of this course, Informatica is the primary tool I'm going to cover. Okay, so Informatica any which way I'll cover, but I'm not, you know, committing for ab initio, but I'll try to cover ab initio as well.
Okay,
In
Okay.
sir.
testing perspective, you will be covering it, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
So
And database
flow.
part will be also covered with like SQL or any open source tool like Postgres or another one.
No, no. For learning purpose, we are going to use this Oracle only as of now.
Okay.
So see, SQL part is like uh, every SQL, every database have a similar syntax. Okay, so there is a like there can be small change if you jump from one database to another. There can be some small changes in syntactical form, but there are no major changes, I believe. Okay, so till now I have used lots of databases in my own career, but I haven't seen any major changes in any databases. Okay, so you can
And
start with as a learning purpose. Here we will start with Oracle, and eventually you can, once you get hands-on, into SQL syntax, you can tweak it as you want. If you are if you join in any company and if you are working with Postgres, you can tweak it a little bit. So whenever you get whenever you get any error while running any command, you will anytime Google, right, that time that you are running this where clause and you are getting this type of error. What is the similar syntax for where clause in Postgres? So we will easily find that out. So it depends because we cannot cover each and every database. There are lots of databases. So in my current company itself, I have used Informix and Postgres both at a time. Okay, and I never learned that before. I worked with Oracle and Microsoft SQL Server only. But here, when I started with this thing, no, Postgres and Informix, it doesn't bothered me at all. So through my own experience, I can tell if you learn Oracle, that's sufficient, more than sufficient.
Yes, sir. Sir, same with me also that SQL
Mhm.
already I was working and suddenly I was working on Postgres. So
Ha,
I only the syntax only changes apart from that one thing.
yes, yes, correct. That's correct. So okay. Anything else, guys, or we can proceed with the
you'll
next part.
be giving a recorded sessions also, no, sir?
Correct, sir, correct. So we will have every session recorded, and you will be having. So that's why I asked your WhatsApp numbers. So there is a HR team in the background working. So they
Hmm.
what they will do is to they'll ask you for your email IDs, and they'll grant
Okay.
you permission for these videos. Okay. These videos will be uploaded on YouTube, and not everyone can have that access to those those YouTube recordings. So
Okay.
they'll ask you for email IDs, and only authorized email IDs can
Okay.
access those videos. So anytime, so you will be having lifetime access. You can refer that anytime you want.
Oh, okay, okay. And do you
Hmm.
teach complex queries? Like generally, like no, like I have seen in my like no nearby there is one project like they write around
Mhm.
20 to 30 lines of code in
230
database.
lines.
Their requirements keeps on like based on the requirements they used to write it. Like, do you teach like that, or like how you teach a simple queries? How do you teach it?
I cover complex queries, but not such like 230 lines of code,
No, not
because
230,
that
30,
would
30,
no.
30.
I'm telling, yeah, I'm telling. But see that real-time scenarios can be different. But here, as a part of course, you need to be clear on core concepts. Okay,
Okay,
so so I'm trying my best in my throughout the course. Even you can see the reviews. So I try my best to teach you guys on real time scenarios only. But when it comes to SQL part, I take core concepts, okay, to the depth. Till the time you understand that concept, I'll take that, okay. But so that's a theoretical concept. It's up to you how you are applying it in your job in real time scenario.
logic
Because
wise, how you are
yeah,
applying it.
logic wise, how will you apply? Like in simple words, in college days, we learned C or Python, any language, programming language. So everyone have taught us how to learn these languages. But if you go and start working in any company, it's up to you, right? How will you resolve their problem with your knowledge on that particular coding language, right?
Okay.
So they have real-time scenarios. Okay, I want this login page here. I want this payment page here. So it's up to you. How will you handle that particular logic with
Yes, yeah,
the help
understand.
of your coding language? Yeah.
Yeah, at
So
least you would be teaching us how to like no come to that
that,
stage, right?
definitely, definitely. That will be my part. So you don't have to worry about that at all.
Okay. In Informatica, how many components you would be teaching, sir?
In Informatica, how many components? So I'll cover all
Component.
four components. There are four components basically. Uh, there are four components. So see, that's what I'm going to cover next. Where it went in Informatica.
We'll do one thing, sir. You start this demo part. Later on, we'll put on the questions. Like no, that would be
Sure,
like good.
no problem at yes, yes, that will work. Okay, so basically, so there is little bit of part content is still pending. So we'll cover that and we'll take our questions. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So, so there are SCD, okay. In SCD is a concept, slowly changing dimension. So there are three types of SCDs in ETL. So we'll cover all these three SCDs. What are SCD type 1? What is SCD type 2? What is SCD type
One
3?
question here.
Uh, okay, yes, shoot it out. Yes, go ahead. Okay. So different approaches for testing data in ETL and learning ETL from ETL perspective. So why do we need it? Why do we need to test the data? So when do we use ETL testing? Benefits of ETL testing. So this will be, we will start with this session actually. Okay. So there is a full load and initial load testing. So what is full load? What is initial load? Okay. Apart from that, this all this part is related to ETL and database and data warehouse and Informatica, etc. Right? So all this is related to ETL and data warehouse. Apart from that, we will cover manual testing concepts. So what is not manual testing means not actual software testing, but SDLC, STLC, Jira. I'll show you. I'll uh, maybe I'll not able to show you on screen with Jira tool, but I'll tell you different phases of Jira, how we will use Jira and all. Then SDLC and STLC in ETL project. So SDLC and STLC of software is a different, and SDLC and STLC in ETL is different. Okay, so
Yes.
it's almost similar, but with small changes. Okay, so we will cover that also, and
Yeah,
agile
in Jira,
concepts.
yeah, in Jira, like since you were talking about Jira, we
Hmm.
have been using Jira, but ETL part, like how the user stories would be in Jira, like no, as you were working on it, how the user stories would be in Jira, like for QA, how it would be. Can you show it us, sir, just to understand, like no, show whatever you're going to teach that at least we can put 2 to 3 years of
Yes, I
experience, right?
can explain few user stories related to that. I cannot
Hmm.
go ahead and show directly Jira page, okay? Because I don't
No,
think
no,
Jira is
at least,
uh,
at least the
available.
content is
I'll
okay, sir. If you're,
Yes, content I'm going to share. What kind of user stories will be there for ETL QA?
yes,
Huh. And what you will have to do with that user story.
okay.
So we
And
will
how do
cover
you
that.
write test cases, like no, in ETL part? Like I'm not talking about
Yes,
general
yes,
test.
yes. Test cases is also there. We have covered, right? See, regular test scenarios. To test data, we will how will you form test data? How will you transform that data and run those test cases? Okay. So preparation of test data, preparation of test cases, everything we will cover in ETL testing part.
Okay. Can you scroll up, sir? Like if you
Yes.
have done, like if you want to take it. Like I'll shoot up the question at the last.
Yes,
If
I'm
you're
done with
done,
this
like
introduction. Yes.
I
why,
have
sir?
one question. Am I
Yes.
audible?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, so in we can have any test management tool, not like a Jira only. We can have Azure DevOps also,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
O- Okay. And then next question I have put down in the chat box that what is in demand, ETL manual tester or ETL automation?
So it depends. Okay, it depends. But in my perception, I have seen ETL manual testers are in much demand. There are lots
Hmm.
of ETL manual testers vacancies also there. Okay, so but if it will be good if you have any automation skill along with this manual.
How do
Okay,
we do the
this will be
ETL
plus.
automation, sir? Any idea?
No, I don't have any idea on ETL automation because that's not my part actually. Till now, I haven't reached that part, that point of
Okay,
even for
okay,
me, even in my personal career. So I haven't seen any automation happening in ETL testing. Uh, so I don't have much idea on that, but uh, as per my knowledge, I'm telling that manual testing, ETL manual testing is in much demand.
Okay, so which language knowledge should be there for ETL automation?
So any automation, if you want to go for any automation, not only ETL automation, automation
Hmm.
QA, if you want to go, there is widely used language called JavaScript. Okay, Java plus Selenium.
JavaScript.
Yes,
Yeah, Java Selenium is okay for the web-based applications.
yes.
If we want to automate the web-based application, then we can go for with
So in
Java
it
Selenium.
also you there are
Python,
like
Python
there are
is used even there.
Python is also there, but Python is not widely used. Java is at the top. Then if no, like if you find Java hard to learn, then you can go with Python. Okay,
Okay.
first try
And
to
the
understand.
last,
So as a part of this course, no, first try to understand the core concepts of ETL. So what is ETL? Forget about testing. First try to
hmm,
understand core about ETL. What is ETL? How ETL works exactly. Then try to understand what is ETL testing. So once you understand what is ETL, you will be having much clarity of about ETL. Then you will move to ETL testing. How will I test this process? Once you understand how will you like okay this is the way I can test all this process, then you can move to automation. Okay, how can I automate these test cases?
any reporting tool we are going to use here?
No, reporting tool is not even if you start working as ETL tester, no reporting tool is not your part actually. It's not your responsibility as well. But for
Okay.
knowledge purpose, we are going to see reporting in BI, how reporting happens.
So,
Just to
reporting in
understand
BI,
ETL
do we
end to
need?
end.
Okay, so do we need? Will it be required to install any software to
Yes,
use this
definitely.
concept?
We will be installing Oracle, we will installing Informatica.
No, no, for report purpose. For
For
reporting
reporting, no
in
need,
BI.
no need, no need, no need. You just need to know how reporting works in ETL. It's just
Okay.
for knowledge, you just need to know. No need to install
Duration of
anything,
this course?
anything. Sorry.
What would be the duration of to cover all these content?
Duration of this course will be around 5 to 6 weeks.
Okay, 1.5 month.
1.5 months, you can say. Yes.
Yeah, 45 days, correct? And 5 days in a week.
5 days in a week. And if needed, I'll ask you to join on weekends as well. If everyone is comfortable, we will connect on weekends as well. Not all weekends, depends.
Mhm. Okay,
So
okay.
let's suppose we have planned some particular content for 1 week, and due
Mm-hmm.
to your doubts or due to our you know mm, because usually how I work, I don't move at all till your each and every doubt gets cleared. Okay, so there is a time restriction, right? Like daily 1 hour we are going to meet, but every time, every day, my sessions are getting extended to 1.5 hour, not less than that, because of
It
students'
should be
doubts.
it should be 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. right now, so every day.
Yeah, ideally it is 9 to 10, but my sessions never uh, got completed by 10. It takes 10:30
Yeah.
usually. Okay,
Even if we
because
miss one or two classes, we can see the recording and ask on the next day, like what are the questions we have.
yes, today's recording will be uploaded by tomorrow noon, but tomorrow morning or noon, I guess.
Okay,
It's part
got it,
of
sir.
backend team. So, but they'll upload it as soon as possible, maybe to like the next day morning or noon. So you can go through it before coming to next class. Okay, and these three
I
sessions
have a
will be
question.
public or free to you. These are first three sessions are introductory sessions. These are free sessions. After that, uh, we will be having a paid session.
Yeah,
Those
I have one
those guys
general
who have paid
question.
fees will only allowed. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, generally in these data projects, the developers use complex transformations on the data. As part of testing, do we need to really understand all the transformations, or is it required the same knowledge like them?
Definitely yes, because see, if you are going to test something which developer have developed, you need to understand that logic first, right? And then only you can go ahead and start testing that particular thing. Without understanding the transformation, how will you create your own test scenarios,
But can we go ahead
right?
on based on the business definitions on the data?
So that's what business. So business definitions and the transformation which developer have transformed are nothing but same, right? Because with so basically there is a BRD document, business requirement document. Based on the business requirement document, developer is developing that transformation, and based on that business requirement document, you are testing that particular transformation. So it's altogether same.
Yeah, but in that case, being from the testing team, if we try to put incorrect transformation and see different results, then how do we know we are on the
Mhm.
right track?
Uh, how do we know we are on right track means exactly?
I
I didn't get
I
your
mean,
question.
I mean, let's say we are also trying to write some transformations on the data, and we come up
Mhm.
with some result set. And how do we know, that we are simply raising defects, or is it really a bug?
See, if your transformation are defined based on the BRD document, then you will
Okay.
get to know, right? If you will get to know if this transformation is working fine or not. This is as per expectation or not. So based on that, you need to decide whether to raise bug or whether to pass it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So I have a
We are also
question.
going to cover BRD. I'm going to show you how BRD looks like and how business mapping document looks like. So all these documents also I'm going to share with you.
Okay. So the architect, who is going to give us this document? Is it from the BA or data architect?
Uh, in real times project, you're asking?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, BA will prepare this document.
Okay. So
Product. So basically,
let's
how
say, yeah.
company hierarchy works is product owner gets requirement from business team and business analyst and product owner will they'll prepare some they'll take these requirements, they'll prepare this document and they'll discuss these things with developers, okay, from the team. What are the feasible features like we can add, what are not feasible features we cannot that we cannot add. So accordingly, final BRE document will get released, and this final requirement document will be given to developers and testers. Based on
Okay.
that,
So
developers will form transformations. Based on same document, tester will start testing.
okay. So this will include for each step in the data flow, right?
Yes,
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
yes.
The the
Uh,
the, the content you teach, no sir. Uh,
mm.
it is like you teach this project also, or just the course material you teach and
Uh, so I'll teach course material basically, but I'll tell you for like for each and every concept, I'll tell you in perspective of real-time scenario only, not like theoretical part. I'll teach you like I'll tell you the relevant real-time scenarios.
don't you take a sample project and explain to us, like is that possible, or like just a, if you explain with a sample project, that would be more useful, no? So we can add that project, like similar kind of it, not that project. So put it
Uh,
in our
uh,
reference, right?
so taking a sample project is not a mm, it's not actually feasible. So I need to like, to in order to do that, we can do small project. I don't know, but till now I don't have any such plans. Okay, to take a sample project. But
Mm.
if it is the case, we can also think on that and we can reform that.
Yeah, yeah. Thing is that like anywhere if you go, we work according to the project only. Like we can correlate this
Uh,
project which you're going to teach with the
so
real time project which you're going to
if
work.
it is the case, I'll explain you one thing. So whatever we are going to learn, no,
Hmm.
each and every concept is related to your real-time scenario. So based on that knowledge, you can explain a entire project. You can explain entire project. How, what is your test source data? What is your target database? How you are transforming your source data to target database. So each and every part from a project perspective, you can explain based on this knowledge.
Okay, okay. Can you
Yes.
scroll down, sir, little bit?
Mm-hmm.
Row number 8.
Sir, I have one question. Like
Mm-hmm.
for ETL, that how we can create a test plan and submit to any uh, upper management or like any client in that way.
Test plan, see, usually the testers, all the testers in your team, you need to connect with each other and you need to create a test plan and you need to submit it to your manager or team lead, whoever it is, your upper management, team lead or manager. And then if they approve, you can start working on that.
No, but in the form of in the form of manual testing, we are already creating a test plan. But in the form of ETL, is there anything will be changing or what we need to do? So are you going to explain those also?
Yes,
Or
definitely.
okay. Uh,
Yes.
I have a question.
Mhm.
So, with course content, we would be able to understand the concept of cloud as well as your data like Databricks or Data Factory.
No. No cloud part is covered in this particular course. Only ETL, data warehouse, and SQL part, majorly, and the testing part.
The business intelligence means what you're going to teach, sir.
I'm not going to teach any business intelligence actually, but I'm going to show you how reporting in business intelligence tool happens, how it looks
Like Power
like.
BI.
In Power BI, probably Power BI only.
Okay.
So how
Can you come
reporting
here?
happens based on the data stored on the data warehouse. So whatever our data warehouse is, based on that, how reporting, actual reporting happens. So I'm going to show you that so that you will get to know, you will have understanding of the data which is flowing from actual flat file or source data to target, and after target to reporting. So you will have that picture in your mind. So in order to do that, I'm going to show you how reporting in BI looks like.
You teach how it is going to happen, or like you will be showing us and how we are going to validate that through like no by
No, no,
writing
no, no.
SQL
See,
queries.
reporting is not your concern. Okay, just understand this. Reporting in BI or reporting is not your concern at all as a ETL tester. This is the least priority task for you guys.
No,
It's
we
just for
validate the
knowledge
data in the
purpose.
report now, sir. That's what my question is.
No, we don't validate data in report.
Okay, okay,
We validate data till data warehouse, and reporting comes after data warehouse. As a
okay,
ETL
okay,
tester, your job is still data warehouse, from
okay.
data
Can you come
source
let me
to
know
data
how, sir?
warehouse.
Okay. Auto increment,
Yes.
auto increment. Just I'm reading the content, sir. That's what. If you're going to explain, okay.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I
Backup
have a
registration.
question. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So I just want to get an idea how, like, for a person who's going to transition from web testing to ETL
Mm-hmm.
testing, like data testing, how will be
Mm-hmm.
the transition? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, can you just give me an idea? I just want to know.
Okay. So forget about scale. I'll tell you my own experience. Okay. So I was also working as a web-based tester. Okay.
Okay.
So I was manual tester for almost 3 years. Then I just accidentally I started working on a project which was having a requirement of SQL, which was like about playing around data. Okay.
Okay.
So that was not actual ETL testing, but that was about some SQL and data related, database related part. So from that time onwards, I started developing my interest in SQL. So it attracted me. Okay. So
Okay.
it excited me that my queries are getting me some results. I'm writing some complex queries. I'm writing some I'm resolving some complex like complex issues in SQL. So when I saw I'm able to do that, it it fascinated me.
Okay.
Then even I was not even aware of. So this is not a part which I should tell you guys as a trainer, but to be honest, I want to tell you guys. So whatever you can scratch it from this story. Okay. So I was not even aware of what ETL is. Okay. It just accidentally came like I got selected. My resume, I don't know why my resume got shortlisted for ETL tester, but my resume got shortlisted for ETL tester. And then that time onwards, I started exploring about ETL, and then I found it very interesting, and I started working on that. I learned ETL testing for almost 1 year, I struggled a lot. So in order to fit into this particular job, and then I got transitioned from manual tester to ETL tester. So I can understand your situation. I can understand your, you know, in what mental dilemma you are in currently. But I can definitely assure you, if you go with this ETL track, no, you will
Mm-hmm.
definitely place this transition. Okay, you'll definitely
Okay.
place this transition, and I can guide you through that. If you are, uh, if you are, completing this course, I'll be there with you guys even after completion of this course. Till the time you get any job, if you have any queries, if you have any doubts, if you want to review your resumes with me, if you so let's suppose after completion of this course you are getting any call from any company and you want to discuss few questions with me, that I have some doubts, I have interview tomorrow, you can always call me on phone and we can discuss that. So I'll be there always with you guys. Okay, so it's not like that.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Mhm. Yes.
So here I have one question. Once we will complete this course and we want to apply for the to work as an ETL tester, so should I
Mhm.
go as without experience, or we can put some experience in that?
So this is very sensitive part. Okay, I cannot
Hmm.
I cannot go ahead and tell you directly, okay, you put some fake experience and try. But this is the case usually happens in the market. Okay, so there are lots of guys who are able to do that. So if it's up to you how you are able to handle that particular thing. If how good you are faking that particular experience. So once you understand this concept, no, you will get to know, okay, I need to uh, show some experience in this. I can explain one project very well, and I should put this experience. So you will decide that time. It's up to you.
Hmm.
I cannot see because we are on this record, right? So this is a sensitive part. I cannot go ahead and answer it directly.
Yeah,
But you can.
definitely to work in a real-time project, we must be aware of the about the each and every concept because
It's not like that. You need to aware of each and every concept. See, in if you once you start with interviews, no, you will get to know. They'll just ask you about ETL project, what ETL project you are working on, what is your source database, what is your target database, what are the different concepts you are working in, and they'll test your SQL knowledge more than the ETL knowledge.
hmm, okay.
Okay, so in each and every interview of ETL, you will see this thing. 70%, 70 to 80% is SQL, and 20 to 30% is ETL.
Got got
Okay.
it.
But that 20 to 30% you must be very clear. So what ETL tools you are using? So they'll go deep into this ETL. So if you say Informatica, I have used Informatica in my previous project. They'll ask you what accesses you were having, where you having access for workflow monitor, where you having access for designer, where you having access for workflow manager, or where you having any repository manager access. What kind of access you were having? So they'll ask you this thing. You should be in a position to tell that confidently. Okay, I was having workflow monitor access. Okay, I was having workflow manager access. What are different accesses? What are their roles exactly? You need to know that. Once you are aware about these roles, no, you will definitely you cannot. So I assume that you are smart enough that you are not going to tell, okay, I was having designer access, because designer access is required for developers. So, but how will you know that? Like, how will you get that? I should not answer as designer. You will get to know this after learning these concepts, right? Then only you can smartly tackle that question. Okay. So usually my sessions are very interactive. So I don't look at students as student and teacher. I look at students as juniors or colleagues. I treat myself as you know kind of mentor. So you don't hesitate at all while asking questions. How, like, whatever silly it is, you don't feel it that it is like it is very silly question. How can in publicly? So you don't hesitate at all. You can ask any question at any point of time throughout the course. Okay.
You teach Erwin diagram, you keep Erwin diagram and explain this fact dimensions and all. Oh,
Yes, yes.
and Informatica, like, can we keep Informatica experience also as a QA?
Yes, you can keep that. Yes, definitely. So yeah, see, putting experience is up to you guys. I being on record, I cannot. That's what I'm telling. I cannot tell you guys, okay, put this experience, put that experience. But
Yes.
I can prepare you guys in such a way that if you are putting that experience, you are in a position to answer those questions. That's my
And
responsibility.
and even we can work in the real time, like with 2 years experience, like in ETL testing. Is that correct, sir?
Means exactly? I didn't get that
See,
question.
if we go like, no, I'm into manual testing and like, so if I
Mm-hmm.
keep 2 to 3 years into ETL testing, like if I join some other company
Mm-hmm.
by cracking the interview, so after
Mm-hmm.
joining it, like if some work has been allocated for me, with
Mm-hmm.
keeping in mind that I am a 3 years experience into ETL testing, can I work in
Mm-hmm.
that level or I cannot work?
No, no, yes, you can work, but
Yeah.
if you are having 3 years of manual testing experience, what I suggest is instead of keeping all 3 years of experience into ETL testing,
No,
you
no,
can
no,
show
not three
as
years. No, what I'm saying is I have couple of years into functional testing, like 3 years into ETL testing, complete ETL testing.
yes, then they'll assign you the task as per your experience level, and you can easily carry that out
Okay, I can manage it. That's what
because
we mean.
if you're having that experience, yes, yes, definitely you can manage that. So once you join, no, every so ETL is a part where you need to understand the business process flow for that particular project. So let's suppose what do I mean by business process? So let's suppose you are handling a project which is related to some retail domain, retail chain client. So kind of, for example, DMart. So if you are handling a project which for a client called DMart, then you need to understand their business process flow. What are their businesses? What kind of data sources or databases they are uh, maintaining? So there are databases based on the regions, based on the locations. There can be different products, product range. There can be different price tag for every product. So these things will be there, right? So there are types of customer base, right? Each and every customer is having their own database again. So this type of complexity will be there along with the data. So this is uh, retail is a different business process. So if you go with banking project have its own business process. If you go with hospital project, they have their own business process. So if as a ETL tester, whenever you go and join for any company, no, you just need to understand the business process first. So that task itself takes much of the time. Okay, 2 3 months you will have to spend on that to understand the business process exactly. Once you understand the business process, they'll start assigning you complex tasks then and thereafter. Okay, so
So
this way it will go eventually.
So in the career start, like I've been working in Cognos BI reporting tool. Okay, I was
Cognos.
not in that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I was not in depth of it, but I like there were some folders and facts and dimension. So there are some folders kind of thing like it was there. Like no, I need to drag and drop and compare the data in the front end with the back end database. This is what I have done it. But the queries part, like I'm not like no queries was written by someone else. But that's the
Okay.
reason I initially asked like, do you teach the complex queries? So that's how like first thing is we need to understand the business part. Then only we can
Yes.
write the queries. Compare the Excels
Yes.
like source and target, like how the data is flowing here, and some of minus queries, union, all like those things like no, and sub
Definitely.
queries.
Definitely. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, this is
Subqueries
what
also we
like.
will cover. So each and every part from this SQL we will cover. Yes, and we will also cover complex queries as well.
And do you have any interview point of like an SQL interview points of questions? Like whether it would be 150 or 200 questions. This is how they would be asking us, and then this is how we need to answer. Like we need to prepare an answer for to them.
No, I don't have any questions set so, as such. Uh, because see, there are lots of questions on the internet already. You can pick those questions and you can start practicing that. I if you are good with these concepts, no, of SQL concepts, we so if you want, guys, if you want, and if it is the need, I we can prepare those questions and we can have that session. But uh, I find it very time consuming. And instead of that, we can discuss those questions and we can discuss those concepts instead of putting those questions in front of you and start asking you to resolve that. Instead of doing that, we will utilize that time to discussing those concepts. Okay.
Yes, yes, sir.
So that is
Yeah,
more helpful. That is more helpful. So interactive sessions are more helpful. So
correct, correct, sir.
I
Correct.
prefer to interact with based on those particular concept instead of uh, finding what is right answer, what is wrong answer.
Okay, okay, sir.
Yeah. So that
Can
you
you
can
share
do
this
that as a part
Excel
of
to
your
us?
practice. You can do that as part of your practice. But
Okay.
if you want to utilize this class timing, then we can discuss that.
So
That will
how
be
do
more
we
helpful.
practice Informatica, SQL, Oracle? That would be installed on our machines, or like how do we have to do that?
Yes, yes, definitely. So I am going to install Oracle and Informatica in each and every one of your machine. You need to have, I just don't have a configuration for iOS and Linux. So if you have Windows, I can I'm going to make you install these things.
Okay, okay. Fine.
Yes.
And you load the tables also, sir?
Yes, we are going to load these tables, source tables, target tables. We are going to apply transformation in between, and we are going to check if that data is flowing from source to target correctly or not.
Okay, okay. What is the sample number of records you'll be having, sir? Just 100 or
Sample
150?
for sample, we are going to check takes, let's suppose, around 10 to 20.
10 records, okay.
So ideally, so yes, 10 to 20 records for sample to check how our data gets like gets getting flown from source to target.
Okay. How many tables you would be having, sir? Source tables.
It depends what scenarios we are going to cover. Yeah, it depends how many scenarios we are going to cover. So it depends on that, how many tables we need to reform.
Okay. No, you have been already
Hmm.
prepared, no, so that's the reason I asked that question.
Yes, I have that data, but I don't have that data currently with handy with me. So I
Oh,
need to check that where I can answer this your exact count of the tables which we are going to cover in tomorrow session. No problem at all.
yeah. The reason why I asked is like how complex it is, then only
Yeah,
like real time we can
eight,
successfully do it.
probably eight source tables and eight target tables I have, but I don't remember the exact count. Seven to eight, I guess.
Okay, okay.
Hmm.
Fine, sir.
We will be
Can
having
you share
we
this
will be
Excel,
having
sir?
Ahmad as well.
To us?
Your voice was breaking. Sorry.
Can you
come again?
share this Excel to us, sir?
This Excel I'm going to share, yes,
Okay,
in
yeah,
the group.
thank you, sir.
Hmm. Yes, who
Our course
else?
will be assignment based, right? We'll be getting the assignments like we do to do hands-on by ourselves.
Uh, no, kind of what kind of assignments you are talking?
Anything that we are covering that we can do by own, like any functions that we got to learn and then we can do that. Do we have that follow-up things?
No, I didn't get your question. Can you? Uh,
Anything that we are learning, do we have assignments for that we have to like? You would be giving the assignments like you can try on these things on certain table on database or anything source or table and then uh,
okay. Hello, I'm audible
like
now.
that. Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. So, no assignments. I'm not going to give any kind of assignment to you guys. You just need to understand and practice it on yourself. So, assignment is not I don't believe on assignments actually. So, if you want to practice, so see, now you are at this point of you are on this point in your career that this is this is not a kind of school or college or some uh, kind of mm, what do you say,
I,
right,
I
so
understand what
this is
your
a
point
professional
is.
course, right? Yeah,
No,
this
no,
is
no,
a
and
professional
I
course.
understand.
Now what you are going to do is, see, you just need come here to understand the concept, okay? Try to understand the core concepts of ETL and SQL and data warehouse, how these things work, and try to explore all other things which is around this ETL and data warehouse, which is around this part, which revolves around this part. So now, so it's up to you now after this class that how you are going to nourish these things, right? So assignment and all this part is basically, to be frank, I don't believe it. Those who are really enthusiast, those who are really trying hard to understand those will anyway try to mm, try to cover up those concepts. They'll come up with more and more doubts. So that's why I repeatedly I'm telling this thing that uh, come up with more and more doubts. We will discuss that. If like, see, sometimes it can happen that even I'm not aware of some questions you are asking. I'll not be you know uh, able to answer your questions sometimes for particular concept. That time I can tell you that I we will discuss this tomorrow. I don't have any particular correct answer for this, and let me explore more on this, and I'll come again tomorrow. So this way our discussions will go on. So these discussions only will help you in interview, in your real time job as well. So you will get to know that these discussions are only your friend instead of these assignments and etc. Okay, so it's good if you have assignment, but self preparatory assignments are more useful now at this point of your uh, career. Okay, anyone else having any doubt?
I have one question
Mm-hmm.
that you
Mm-hmm.
have told that you don't have any assignments, that is fine. And
Mm-hmm.
if we don't have any set of SQL questions, we can get lot of questions from the internet, and that is true also. So
Mm-hmm.
suppose we have cracked our and based on this learning we can crack the interview also, because if someone is good, he's having good hold on SQL, then and
Mm-hmm.
having good hold on ETL testing concepts, then he or she can crack the interview. But
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it happens that we get stuck in our real time projects.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. That
Correct.
so in that scenario, how we can handle that?
Yes. So basically, when we start discussing these concepts, no, let's suppose we are discussing ETL concepts or data warehouse concepts. We are covering all these concepts with the help of real-time scenarios only. So how this will help you? So if you are presenting any end-to-end project in your interview, you will have that picture in your mind. So you will have that visualization in your mind already, because while learning that particular concept itself, you have explore explored real-time scenarios. Okay, so let's suppose I'm taking a class on expression transformation, or I'm explaining some ETL testing scenarios to you guys, and we have come across some scenario which is having a date of birth format, some having naming convention format, this type of transformations. So I'm telling you these concepts in perspective of some real time. I'm giving you some real time examples of banking, of retail domain client, or DMart, or some mm, such kind of clients. Okay, so what how this will help you means, you will understand these concepts first of all, in because of this simple language and simple real-time scenarios, and after that understanding you will have this picture cleared in your mind, and you can easily in your interview. Okay, so you can tweak that. You will be, I definitely I'm telling you, once after learning this, you will be in a position to tweak all these concepts in your own project, whatever project you are going to explain. No, you can tweak that, and you can answer those questions correctly.
Okay.
So right now I can understand that you are having such kind of doubt, but as you go on learning these ETL concepts and data warehouse concepts, you will be unfolding each and every each and every knot slowly. Anyone else is having any doubt? Okay, Noor is asking, can we get hands-on practical examples? Yes, definitely, Noor. We are going to we are going to discuss each and every concept with practical examples only, not theoretical. That's what I'm telling again and again, that each and every concept, we are relating with our real-time scenario, practical examples only, which I have come across throughout my career, either, or I'll tell you some other real-time scenarios, but that will be practical examples only, not any theoretical concept.
And one more question, sir. I know it's very late to ask this question, but I
Hmm.
missed initial for 2-3 minutes. So may I
Hmm.
know your good name, please?
Yes, my name is Shiv Mahajan. I
Okay.
have even I missed to give my own introduction. I should have given it in the initial part of this call. So my name is Shiv Mahajan. I have overall experience of 6 to 7 years in the industry, and as a ETL tester, I have 4 years of experience. I have gone through different projects till now, and I cannot reveal my current designation and current company name, current project name, etc. It's not a mm, it's a restricted information actually. Okay, so but yes, I have 4 years of ETL experience. So I have transitioned myself from manual tester to ETL tester. So I can tell you that I'll be the right person to guide you through to make your transition. Okay, where are you from? So I'm from basically Pune, Maharashtra. I worked in Bangalore, but currently I'm in Pune. Anyone, any more doubts? Anyone wants to discuss anything? Actually, I was planning to take some introductory session on ETL today itself, but this content introduction itself took a lot of time. But no worries, I don't have any rush. Okay, I am here to resolve your doubts. And so resolving your doubt is my utmost priority. So we can start the ETL test, like what is ETL and what is ETL testing and what is data warehouse in tomorrow's session. Okay. So if we don't have any doubts right now at at this point, then we can close this session for today. Okay.
Yeah, sure. I have questions. This is Prashant here.
Prashant, please go ahead.
Yeah. Can you brief about the course, like fee structure and everything? Then it is good only.
Fee structure and all. This HR, you need to connect with this HR only. Okay. So
Like through
I
Meet
don't.
or in WhatsApp only.
Uh, so there is a HR called Anita or someone. I don't. So you can put this question in the group, and they'll respond it back.
WhatsApp group. No? Okay.
WhatsApp group is there, no?
Mm-hmm.
So you just put
Mm-hmm.
your question over there in the group that I need this course
Mm-hmm.
details, fee structure, and everything. They'll call you back because I don't take care
Sure.
of. I don't look into that. So there is a separate dedicated HR team in order to accomplish these things. So
Okay.
they'll guide you through this,
Okay. Okay.
how
Okay.
you can
Okay,
pay
sir.
and
Thank you.
all these things. Yes.
Mm.
Okay. Anything else, guys? Okay. So I'll be there on WhatsApp if you guys have any doubts. If you guys want to discuss anything else, I'll be there. You can always ping me or call me in daytime, not uh, after the class. You can call me in daytime. And yeah, for today it's all. That's all for today. We can connect tomorrow, okay? At same time,
Your number is there, na,
and we
here
will
only in group.
start exploring what is.
Uh,
In group it is there.
can you able to
Uh,
send the invite to me again because like it's showing as it's been expired the invitation, the group one.
This so this HR team will share the link if this link is going to change for tomorrow's class, no? They'll share that link in the group. You just need to keep your eye on the group, okay? I don't think this link will change for tomorrow's class. Same link will be there, but if it is going to change, they'll inform you in advance.
Okay.
You just need to keep your eye on the group chat. Okay. Anything else? Or you just drop who was asking that question about link? You just drop that question in the group. They'll respond that.
Okay.
Okay. So such questions, see, fee structure or link or how you can join these classes, if about recordings, such questions will be taken care by HR team. You just need to drop your queries in the group. They'll take care of that. Anything related to the course content, technical concepts, you can always reach out to me.
The regular class time will be 9 p.m. Yeah, in the night.
Yes, 9 to 10. Every day 9 to 10.
Okay.
Okay. So we will close this session for today and we will meet tomorrow. Okay. Thank you guys. It was talking to you. We will meet tomorrow. Okay. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Bye bye. Good night. Good night, everyone. Bye.